Okay, love you, but I didn't mean to pick a fight. But oh well, note to self, 4 pints in, you're someone else. If you can't see my mirrors, then I can't see you. So don't say you won't forgive me, cause you always do.
So Marshmallow Love was inspired by 2 of my favourite animators. I took Gildies and I took Pez and I mashed them together. Both these animators are huge on the YouTube platform and have hundreds of millions of views. In fact, Pez might even have billions of views. So essentially I had to make my marshmallows have a squash and a stretch. Now in Goldie's original, you have really extended, really stretched versions of the cube when they're falling to add the weight. So to make these super extended marshmallows, I simply used a wooden cocktail stick and I skewered 6 marshmallows on. I did white ones and pink ones, and the idea was that I would use these for those frames, and then when I was editing in Photoshop I would just slightly blend the seams between the marshmallows so it looked more like a solid piece of marshmallow. And then for the squashed marshmallows, so when they hit the floor, I did a super duper squashed. I squashed a marshmallow as flatly as I could. I held it there for quite a while, and fortunately, the marshmallow just holds its shape, and especially after leaving it out in the air for a few hours, it kind of hardened up a bit and it kept its shape really well. And then I made an in-between, so I did a marshmallow that was just slightly squashed. So when it pops back up, instead of it going from flat to regular, there's a middle size where it's partially squashed. So I have then got 3 different positions, and I felt like that just improved the bounce back after the marshmallow had hit the table.
Okay, don't be smart. Who do you think you are? With your earring, walking tall, doing your best to make me feel small. If you can't see my mirrors, then I can't see you. So don't say you won't forgive me, cause you always do. At least
I had to buy a lot of marshmallows, and I spent quite a lot of money on marshmallows. I do have quite a lot left as well. If you'd like some, let me know down in the comments. I currently have 3 patrons, Norman, Stephen and Helms. You are absolutely amazing. I love you all so much. Thank you for your support so far. You guys are all awesome, and you just make my life that little bit easier. You can become a patron of mine for as little as $6 a month. This isn't a sales pitch, there is no obligation, but I do appreciate every single person that wants to go that step further and support me in that way. There are all sorts of perks and ways to get more exclusive access to me and other ways that I can help you and give back. Links to things like that are always in the description box if you are interested. But let's get back on to how I made Marshmallow Love. And when the explosion happened, obviously I had giant marshmallows and they exploded. I cut into my big marshmallow and then I stuck on, they're naturally sticky because marshmallows are sticky, some hearts. So I had this in between where I had hearts that were attached to a white one, and it just kind of again made that movement a bit more smooth. You needed this frame to make it work, and then I would have a pink heart flew in the air and I'd rig that with wire just to again add to the explosion, and explosions happen quite quickly, so it didn't actually take many frames. The thing that really sold the end of the explosion was the kind of smaller movements. So once you've had the initial bang, the smaller movements of all of the little marshmallows just kind of moving out and falling over, that is where the details really come to make that believable. For sound effects in my film, I literally was dropping marshmallows left, right and centre trying to get the right sounds. I've had mixed criticism. Some people like the sound that I chose, some people don't. I've had some really good insights from people, and it's made me think about sound in a different way, and I want to share that advice and wisdom with you as well. So as well as this video, which is showing you how I made my film, I'm also going to do a deep dive into Goldie's in particular and why his work is so successful. Make it almost like a mini documentary. It's going to be released at the same time as this video. If that sounds interesting to you, then there'll be a link down in the description and also at the end of the video. Trying to animate like other animators is surprisingly challenging. I was obviously trying to recreate the style of Goldie's work quite accurately, and it was surprisingly hard to get that to work well. Marshmallows don't behave quite the same way as his cubes of clay do in his opening sequence, so I had to adapt his style slightly. There was less weight obviously to marshmallows, so when they do hit the floor, the energy is absorbed quite quickly and there isn't so much rolling over. There's no weight to them to do that, so I had to kind of simplify the bounces. Like I said earlier, if you're interested in Gouldies and my thoughts on his process and why his videos are so successful and popular, you can click here and see that video that I made all about him. And if you've not yet seen Marshmallow Love, the animation, you can click right here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Do like, comment, subscribe and tap the bell to be notified every single time I upload a new video. The exploding marshmallows at the end was just me being a little bit weird and kind of saying that love is as delicate as it is spectacular.